Welcome back to the last part of my video tutorial to paint a Black Legion. Here I'm gonna highlight the gold with Ghenna's gold, and I'm trying to paint most of the golden parts that I already painted, just leaving just a touch here and there in the most resist areas. As you see, there are not very many, but it's alright if you leave some spots of the old gold just to give it a bit of variation to the color. But I'm covered most of it, and here you can see me struggle with the poster tack that I used to put to glue my miniature. But there we go. We're going again. If you want to know, this one is, I think, Elmer's tack. It's like an orange putty that is a bit sticky. It's supposed to be used to get posters on the walls, not damaging the walls. You can find it maybe in Novice Depot here in America, or in other places like Staples and such. Now this is not the last highlight. This is one of the other highlights with Auric Armor, I think that's the name. And this is, I'm gonna focus on just the very edges, not the very edges, but the corners, so that it has that shine variation, and also in the places where I think the light will bounce more from the armor. You can see the spots that I'm choosing as I paint those parts. You can guide yourself in that, or just use your imagination. This is the last highlight that I use for my Black Legion. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but I think it does give a lot more life and shininess through the gold. I mixed Runefang steel with the Auric Armor gold, the previous one, and I'm just edge highlighting the very edges of the shoulder pad and the very tip of the pointy bits that are inside the armor, like that, like here and there. And yeah, this works for me. You'll see for yourself when you're doing this, because I don't think it's showing very well on the video, but trust me, it does a great difference. It makes the armor look maybe less yellow, not yet less yellow, but more shiny. Now here we come to dry brushing. This is my bolter that it was painted black, then painted with Leadbelcher, and now we are dry brushing with what's the name? I already said it, sorry, but it didn't come to mind. But yeah, if you don't know how to dry brush, you just have to get the tip of your brush with paint and just wipe off, not the excess, I think most of it. You have to clean your brush on a piece of towel as long as you don't see any paint. But trust me, it does have paint, and it will highlight the edges. Now I'm doing the same with the horns, with Ushabti Bone, I think that's the name. And I'm concentrating on the whole horn, and going against the grain from up to down, trying to get the edges. If you do this with paint on your brush, any paint on your brush, you won't get the same effect of you can see the lines in between the the horns. And last step, I use white scar just to highlight the very top of the horns with a dry brush too. Go against the grain, remember to go against the grain, and don't have paint on your brush because you will ruin it. That's a good effect. I don't know what you think. Now the decals, I use Microsol and Microset. Here I go with the cutting with the X-Acto knife. I do a little in cuts like that, not cutting the whole thing, but just to prevent the warping, and cut the decal like that, leaving a little lid so that I could pick it up with clippers. Well, not clippers, I don't know how they're called. You'll see it in a bit. And you have to use the Microset and give it a coat, not too heavy. Just give it a coat on the desired part of the miniature, and put the place that's soaked in water. It's already soaked. Just the time that it took me to put the Microset was enough, and just slide it in like you have seen. And there's no warp in it at all because I did the little indentions with the X-Acto blade, and then after that you go over it with the micro saw just to try to melt the decal into the surface. Now what comes next is to varnish miniature, because it's pretty much done. As you can see, there's not much to do anymore to the miniature unless you're going to go into further details. I don't know what else you could do to it, but maybe you can. Let me know. And yeah, I'm going over it with satin varnish. I find that the matte varnish, I didn't like it because it dulls down the gold very much and makes the black seem like gray. I don't know, I don't like it. Now, using tacky glue, which you can use any white glue brand that you like, even the cheap one, the one that you use for school, white glue, and you just go over it, over the base to put the sand. This is a simple task. You don't need any skill to do this. It's very easy. I'm putting in the sand. Just tap the X's, and with your finger you can wipe the X's from the edges like so. And going over it with two dry brushes, which are the Codex Gray and the Fortress Gray. I don't know the equivalency from the current range. I'm sorry about that again. But it's not easy to find on the internet. Sorry if I'm not very helpful with that. Now we can go here and start putting some of the static grass that I like to put on it. I like to use very bright green grass to make a bit of a contrast, give it a little bit of color, because it's all black and I'm doing a black vase as well. So I think this looks very, very good. There you go, just tapping it, the excess away, and taking the excess back from the edges. Now I'm painting the trim black, and that's pretty much it. This is all you have to do to achieve a high standard painted Chaos Space Marine from the Black Legion. And I think it looks very good. I'm gonna mount it back so that I can show it to you. Finished in his full glory. Now here's how he looks with his buddies. His Chaos Legion friends. And yeah, please leave comments to know what you think, to see if you like it or not. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like the video, comment. That would really encourage me to keep doing these videos. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.